Welcome to WTF Daily fans. Hit that like, subscribe, comment and share. Let's get weird.
Predictions from The Simpsons for 2024 are genuinely eerie. This one is absolutely disturbing. In season 24, episode 9, Homer Simpson is preparing a bunker fully stocked with provisions for his family, anticipating something dreadful on the horizon. Shortly after, a solar superstorm strikes Springfield, a silent, invisible tempest sweeping through the town, causing severe consequences. This catastrophic event leads to a complete shutdown. No internet, no electricity, everything comes to a standstill. A solar superstorm could wipe out the internet for weeks or even months or even forever. The portrayal of a solar superstorm in the episode aligns with the potential real-world impact such an event could have. Interestingly, NASA has recently made a shocking discovery, a massive hole in the sun called the Coronal Hole. This hole, large enough to engulf 60 Earth-sized planets, is currently releasing solar storms at a staggering speed of 1.8 million miles per hour, and could be headed to Earth fast. The last time the Earth experienced such a storm was in 1859. It was known as the Carrington event. The 2024 solar storm is predicted to be 60 times more powerful than the 1859 solar storm, possibly the strongest ever recorded in history. Such solar storms can have catastrophic effects on Earth, affecting satellite power grids, GPS, and potentially wiping out hard drives and the entire internet permanently. Might take decades for us to recover. It's only a matter of time.
Unbelievable. What do you think about the eclipse? Are you prepping or celebrating?
Solar eclipse on April 8th. But what else is happening coincidentally on the same day? On the same day, exactly 100 years ago, Aleister Crowley reportedly made contact with a demon called Aiwass. Crowley went on to write an entire book going into detail about this encounter, called the Book of Law. Then on the same day, NASA plans to fire 3 rockets named Serpent Deity at the eclipse for quote-unquote scientific purposes. And on top of all this, a comet named Devil's Comet will become visible for the first time in 71 years on the same day as the eclipse. Everyone's heard of
that at NASA, our mission is for all humanity, and that's because space brings us together. There's no better proof than moments like this, a total solar eclipse. It's a moment when millions of people across North America will look to the heavens as the moon passes in front, in between the sun and the earth. And it's a rare sight that we haven't seen in 7 years. And unusual things start to happen as the normal rhythms of Earth are disrupted. When you're seeing this eclipse, you ought to observe this. As the day appears to turn to dusk and then dark, people have heard birds stop singing. They've seen giraffes suddenly begin to gallop. Roosters start crowing and crickets chirp. So watch for these unusual behaviors. And we encourage you to help NASA observe the sights and sounds around you.
Is that Mother Nature or something else? What do you think? Leave a comment below.
A kind of reverence for the beauty of our universe. Their power is not only to unify us on Earth, but to further science and discovery. In 1919, Albert Einstein's theory of gravitational bending was proven when scientists measured how stars shift when the sun is blocked out by the moon. And today, over a century later, a total solar eclipse still brings great opportunity in science. Pam is going to share a little bit more about how NASA missions will use this rare moment to advance science. Safety is always NASA's #1 priority, and that remains true for this solar eclipse. Make sure you have the proper eye protection, like the eclipse glasses. And as you look at the heavens on April the 8th, when the eclipse starts, please put those glasses on. Now, I'm going to
You've got to be kidding me.
Security warning right here in the U.S. from the FBI and Homeland Security. Warning of potential threats to public gatherings. The timing
What the
of this
F?
and why they're concerned tonight. Here's our Chief Justice Correspondent, Pierre Thomas, with late reporting.
Tonight, FBI and Homeland Security officials are warning U.S. law enforcement about the potential for terror inspired by that deadly ISIS attack in Moscow targeting a concert hall. The concern, according to the bulletin, violence targeting mass gatherings such as sports stadiums, concert venues, or houses of worship in the United States. Law enforcement told to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity. The bulletin coming just days before millions will gather to watch the eclipse on Monday. Authorities say following the Moscow attack, ISIS and its supporters celebrated the assault and shared graphic and violent attack footage, the terror group calling for similar attacks in the United States.
I'm told U.S. law enforcement is being urged to take this bulletin seriously.
Unbelievable.
To say ISIS remains a very real threat, David.
So NASA is going to shoot 3 rockets at the eclipse. Yeah, you heard me right. NASA is launching rockets at the solar eclipse. Let me tell you, I thought this was BS. I'm not kidding. Until I read it from several sources, including NASA. Yeah, so now they're going to shoot rockets at a solar eclipse. Let me kind of give you my ideas of this. A solar eclipse is when the moon gets between the sun and the earth, blocking out part or most of the sun. And that's what makes the shadow over the earth, like you can see here on the map. So my question is, what is NASA shooting the rockets at? Are they shooting rockets at the shadow? Because that makes no sense. How can you launch rockets at a shadow? Are they shooting rockets at the moon? Because that's what makes the eclipse, the moon being between the sun and the earth. Or are they just shooting rockets at the sun? Is it just the sun? Saying they're shooting rockets at the eclipse just doesn't make sense to me. What are they aiming for? Well, I guess we'll all find out in less than a week. Shabadoo Booshkies! Shabadoo!
Okay, so we've been talking about this a lot. Cicada season, it comes around every 13 to 17 years. This summer, though, an unusual double dose is going to hit us.
You remember the last batch?
I do.
Here we go again. First in the South, and then here in Illinois, and crossing into our neighboring states. Dana Marie McNichol has more on the invasion that's about to get loud.
It's like an entire alien species living underneath our feet.
They're some of nature's most resilient creatures.
And then some prime number years, they come out to say hello.
Periodical cicadas, the kind that emerge every 13 to 17 years, are expected to start showing up in just a few weeks. But this time, there could be more than we can handle. A rare double dose of the bug that can sing as loud as jet engines is about to hit the South, then move north to the Midwest. All thanks to a combination of 2 separate types of cicadas that haven't bred at the same time since 1803.
This year, we're going to get 2 broods that are going to emerge at the same time. Multiply by 100, 1,000. We're going to get trillions of these amazing living organisms come out of the earth.
And it's already underway. Scientists have been observing boreholes created through the southeast, meaning the cicadas are preparing to emerge. They usually leave their underground hiding places when the ground heats up to 64 degrees. And that's happening a bit earlier this year because of climate change. Good news. They're annoying but not harmful, and experts are ready to collect a treasure trove of valuable information when the double dose ramps up.
I think we get to appreciate, this fragile planet we cohabitat with, so many beautiful systems, small but lot in number, and so much we don't know yet.
As for how many cicadas they'll see this year, it's difficult to predict, but some experts say that number could be in the quadrillions. In Miami, Dana Marie McNichol.
My skin's crawling right now.
40 years.
How about you?
Look at all that. And it's not over yet because we've got the eclipse earthquake coming up on Monday. As Deborah Ross was telling us,
What
it's going to
the
be a transformative experience for anybody who is in the area of totality. The eclipse earthquake coming up on Monday.
Don't you find the wording used a little bit strange? An eclipse earthquake? What could he possibly mean by that? Why would he say an eclipse earthquake on Monday? Something strange is definitely happening. Case in point, the Illuminati card game from the 90s has this card in it, called the Earthquake Projector card. So they are literally telling you what they can do with all of this technology that they have. And the fact that CERN is also going to be at its strongest that day on the eclipse. You tell me what's going on and why he would say what he did.
PEP is one of the things that these rockets are named after.
Not in this article.
Oh, interesting. The last time the CERN was fired off, the Guidestones blew up and Shinzo Abe was assassinated.
Wait, was that like right before Trump became president?
No, this is
okay.
Only
So all
2 years
three
ago.
of them are called APEP rockets.
APEP rockets, which is the Egyptian god for, I believe, chaos.
No. Yes, it's the snake that eats the sun every day.
Right. I think that's it.
APEP, yes.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yes. Also known as Apophis.
Totally
Yes.
cool. It's totally cool. I mean, NASA only hired all the Nazis after World War II, and they're totally cool. They're totally fine. I'm not sure they're not doing anything symbolic and evil up there.
They definitely hired a lot of Nazis after World War II.
They definitely did.
Project Paperclip.
Yes.
They're launching the three Wait, hold on.
Yes.
This is intentional.
Break it down.
APEP eats the sun?
Yes, sun.
And they're firing
Every
APEP
day.
rockets
And
at
then-
the eclipse?
Yes.
That's why the Egyptian Book of the Dead is the official name is the Book of Coming Forth by Day.
And maybe they've noticed solar interference at
You
CERN.
know about Keck meme magic in 2016, right? We live in a simulation.
What were you? What did
This is the final season. I hope you guys
It's
are.
not the final season.
It's not the final season.
Yeah, I agree.
How many,
ends.
how many
Yeah.
more seasons are there?
I don't know, but
No.
this isn't it.
Yeah, final season's black pill stuff. I have optimism.
Dude, it
for-
goes
Oh,
into-
no. I'm not saying the final season is bad.
We still have
I'm
to see.
saying
What do you
No,
think?
we still have to see Fetterman in the White
Smash
House.
the like and drop a comment
folks,
below.
I've been to CERN. CERN is very, very weird. I was actually there a couple of years ago when Russ Dizdar was still alive, well before COVID. So we're there at CERN, and we're being taken by a docent who's like basically just parroting what he's been told to say. So we're in this place where the statue of Shiva is the Indian god of death, basically the destroyer. And I look at the docent and I go, what's this doing here? He has no answer for it at all. Basically, here's the bottom line, and this is something that we need to really delve into here. CERN is built on the site of the ancient temple of Apollyon. Tom Horn, who passed away last year, very untimely, wrote about this. So CERN is at this ancient temple. They're going to open up and start using CERN and testing it the day of the eclipse. I mean, what are we looking at here?
What
Is that
the F?
deliberate? In my opinion, it's absolutely deliberate. Something is going on. Here's what I think is going on. The powers that be, are opening up CERN in coordination with the eclipse to open up a gateway, a portal. And that's what I think these sites really are all about. Now, when you go to the Serpent
Unbelievable.
Mound in Ohio, it doesn't look anything like CERN, but it's ancient. And it's just in Ohio. And it's the longest serpent effigy on the planet. Now, some people will dispute that, that's fine. But it's the one that I go to. And that Serpent Mound the serpent is undulating, and the serpent's mouth is open like this. Guess what? The whole thing is built on the solstices, the equinoxes. They're big into this. And these sites are charged. The site at CERN is charged. The Serpent Mound in Ohio is a charged site. If you want to know more, check
Priceless.
out our On the Trail of a Nephilim series, number 3, Secrets of a Supernatural. Thanks so much for watching. I am L.A. Marzulli.
Seems like we're seeing more and more rituals. Or am I just noticing it now? Drop a comment below.
Historically depicted as a bull or an owl, Moloch embodies aspects of fire, sun, and an all-seeing nature. The deity's worship involved horrific practices, including the offering of children, an act condemned across cultures and especially in biblical texts as abhorrent. The worship of Moloch was deeply connected with that of other deities, such as Baal and Ashtoreth, in a complex web of religious beliefs spanning millennia. The representation of Moloch as an owl is possibly linked to ancient Egyptian symbolism.
You've got to be kidding me.
Alarmingly, the veneration of Moloch seems to have seeped into the modern era. Allegations of Moloch worship at the Bohemian Grove in California, where influential figures are known to conduct secret rituals, and references in leaked emails associated with political figures hint at an undercurrent of ancient practices persisting in the shadows of power. There are even rumors of Moloch worship within Freemasonry, particularly at its higher degrees. Moloch's legacy is most visible in its cultural symbols, pervasive in movies, television shows, and even architectural motifs. The bull and owl representing Moloch have become symbols with varied interpretations, often detached from their grim origins.
Interesting, is it not? This has my heart pumping. How about you? What the F?
爸爸不要太靠近，你退后。
Wow. OMG, that had to hurt.
出枪响，不过在这之前，现在您感受到明显的剧烈摇晃，主要是呢现在在北部地区，尤其在台北，现在呢发生了有地震的情况，地牛发生。那么现场你们可以看到呢，其实现在我本人在现场几乎站都站不稳了。那尤其我们的天花板几乎是剧烈的摇晃，很多东西都掉下来。也提醒在电视机前的观众朋友呢，务必要小心安全。那尤其现在地震正在发生中，那么现在的地震强度呢，主要是发生在刚刚的7点58分。
上方都有一些器材呢正在往下掉，地震速报已经告诉我们了，在7点58左右呢发生的有感地震，这是非常有感的，而且呢，震央看起来是在花莲地区。虽然说呢震度是3级以上地区，但老实说，目前的晃感因为非常的明显，可能不只是3级左右，大家不要紧张，这个地震感受的确是比较明显的，包括摄影棚都已经有灯架开始在倒下来了，因为摇晃的时间相当长，从刚刚地震一开始到现在可能持续时间已经有将近40秒甚至50秒左右，到目前为止都没有停下来。
Priceless. Wow. What the F? Unbelievable. You've got to be kidding me. Well, that's it for today, folks. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment with suggestions of what you would like and videos you would like to see. Until